tell us why you came out here today.
The reason why that I'm here is that I'm hoping if I could get like a few questions with Mitt Romney. I know I probably won't talk to him long because he's only on a tight schedule.
I don't agree with about 90% of what President Obama believes.
Tell us some of those. Give us some examples.
Some of them is his stance on abortion, his stance on same-sex marriage.
Yeah. We're seeing women's issues become a major factor in these final weeks of this campaign. I'm anxious to hear how you feel about that, how you feel about like Planned Parenthood, for instance, or abortion, and some of the comments we've been hearing from the right.
Oh, I absolutely feel that it's a bunch of hogwash. I wasn't a bra burner in my time, and I'll never be one.
They downgrade women when they act like all women are concerned about is their bodies. I think that's nonsense.
We don't want them to have abortions and stuff. We don't.
I'm personally against abortion.
I'm not for abortion at all.
Yeah.
You know?
Me, I don't care. Abortion's turned out to be just an act of contraception.
Yeah.
That's all. I mean, if you look at statistics, how many percent is actual rape victims? Very few. And it's just contraceptive. It's called take personal responsibility.
That's teenagers' faults, and that's, people, simple stuff like condoms and all that stuff, that's their fault.
I feel, unfortunately, probably there's a lot of people out there today that are using abortion as a means of contraceptive.
That seems terribly expensive and
it does.
A big sort of challenge to go through. I guess personally I have a hard time believing that that's happening.
Again, I don't know. I'm obviously not in that personal situation.
One of the things we've seen come up, in Senate races and whatnot is the delicate question of whether or not it should happen in the case of rape or incest. What do you think, for you personally, is your position on that?
Honestly, that I think rapists shouldn't be allowed in this country because we have seen so many cases of rape issues, and obviously that needs to be.
I think we all agree that rape shouldn't be allowed. The question is whether or not abortion should be allowed if the pregnancy is a result of rape.
I don't think I've heard that one.
If you get raped and unfortunately end up pregnant as a result of that rape.
That one's kind of a toughie. I'm not real sure about that one,
Sure.
But that's probably one of the downsides of having that against the abortion. That's probably one of the downsides of that. People are actually going against that. Probably one of the reasons.
That's one of those areas that my wife feels very strong about one way. I personally, I think whether rape or not, kind of like the gentleman from Indiana kind of mentioned, under that horrific circumstance, that if that happens, that is still a life.
I understood what he was trying to say, that the woman got impregnated because of that's what God's will was.
They can't go on any hard bedrock issue because their administration is a total failure. They've employed Chicago politics, which is defaming your opponent.
You think that it's Chicago-style politics to talk about Planned Parenthood, to talk about contraception, to talk about abortion?
Sure, anything to rile up their base.
But in this case, Obama's not saying he wants to change something. Romney's saying he wants to change something. It seems more as if Romney's trying to rally up his base.
Well, in the primaries, you do rally your base, and then you do moderate in the general election.
Do you think we've seen that in this election?
Yes, dramatically. And it's a fact of life. It's necessary. We have a very conservative right wing, which is our base.
Bunch of young men out here. Obviously, in this election, we have a very different issue on gay marriage between the two candidates. What would you like to see? What's your position on gay marriage? Should gay couples be allowed to get married?
No, I do not believe they should. I think it takes away greatly from the sanctity that is marriage. And marriage is something that's between a man and a woman.
I believe, in my own opinion, that I believe that a marriage should be between a man and a woman. I know that the owner of Chick-fil-A was saying something like that, and after he said that, he died. I don't know what of, but I think that a marriage should be between a man and a woman, and if people have a problem with that, then I don't care. It's my opinion. I believe in that.
I don't believe that gay people should be given the same rights because I don't believe that that's the way that things are supposed to be.
Supposed to be from God?
I think it takes. You look around here right now and you see lots of married couples out here. I
Right.
think it takes away from their marriages.
Like if you guys got married, that might hurt someone's marriage.
Well, I think it takes away from the sanctity of what, like, the whole concept of marriage
Right.
in itself. I think it takes away from it.
Same-sex marriage, it's unnatural. You know, if it was meant to be, you look at the natural law, it would happen in nature.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Well, it does. I mean, you have like same-sex pair bonds between penguins in Central Park.
It's not right. It's not normal. In the Bible, it said a man shall not lie with another man.
It does actually appear to be happening in humans and has for all of recorded history.
That men can have babies with men.
Not that they can
Women
have babies.
Babies with women.
No, that you end
I've
up.
never heard of it.
That there end up being gay people throughout all of history.
Oh, well, yes. That's been here since the beginning of time. I mean, look at Sodom and Gomorrah.
Is that natural then?
Is it natural for men and women to want to make their own choices? Yes. I think that is. And I think that they don't always make the best choices.
Okay, so in this case, you view homosexuality as a choice that someone makes.
I would say the majority of it, yes. I think it is.
Other issues that are important to you.
Whether, men, don't feel that women are finding them attractive or for whatever. Or they just say, hey, I really like this guy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great friendships that you can have with the same sex, but
keep the clothes on, right?
Yeah.
Some people don't choose who they are. People are born like that, and people just want to be who they are. And if that, I mean, a lot of people are going to go against that. Gay people, all that, people are going to go against that. If Romney doesn't want that, doesn't allow that, so I think that's going to be a bad downfall.
So you disagree with Romney on that?
On that one, yes, I do.
You think gay people should be able to get married?
Yes,
then?
I think they should.
All right, cool.
The economy was bad before, from what I heard, because I was kind of young. I didn't really pay attention.
Right.
But with Obama, I heard it got worse. And
You're saying you heard all this stuff. You heard this or
Right.
you heard that. Where are you hearing things from?
A lot of, because where I grew up from, all my relatives are really, really big on, how they want the economy to change and how they want everything to just get all around just better for everybody.
Right. Do you ever consider maybe, like, if you went off to college and you started hearing a lot of different stuff, you'd end up changing your mind?
Yeah, I definitely, absolutely.